Hello, I'm Hans Laats of Ambertree, and one of the things we do is helping our clients improve their self-help and self-service. Now, in this, we often see the same issues and the same complaints coming back, and we hear things like it's very difficult to get senior management or executive support and commitment, or it's very difficult to get our people to really adopt the right practices and mindset. Or generally the organization sees self-help, providing self-help as something extra, something that we just do because our customer expects it. But they don't see what's really in it for themselves. How does the organization, the IT organization itself benefit from having this setup? And in this video, I will tell you about the root cause of these problems and how measuring the right things helps you solve or even prevent these problems, and which metrics and KPIs you need to include in this. Now, the root cause behind these problems is a lack of governance, and especially in measuring and monitoring the wrong things, if the right things are even being measured at all. Governance is often seen as something of an afterthought, but is in fact the most important element for making sure that the self-service initiative delivers long-term success, and this is for three reasons. The first is that measuring the right things helps you detect problems and prioritize improvements. Continuous improvements of content and your customer portal is crucial, but you do need to monitor the right things to support that. Second is having the right metrics in place links day-to-day activities to bottom-line benefits. Now, I've previously talked about the benefits of self-help to the IT organization itself, and these benefits are significant. But of course, your management rightfully expects you to prove that return on investment. And finally, focusing on the wrong metrics, and especially setting goals on the wrong metrics, will incentivize the wrong behaviors from IT workers, and you definitely want to avoid that. Now, there are three groups of metrics that you need to include in your self-service governance, and it's important to remember that you need all three of these because they each cover an important part of that governance. And the first one of these is the activity trends. When setting up governance, a lot of service organizations will measure things like the number of knowledge articles created, the number of times a document has been updated, the number of times an article has been viewed by end users, and things like that. But you certainly don't want to set targets on these because they're metrics that can be easily gained and they encourage the wrong behaviors. So for example, if you set targets on article creation, you're going to encourage the creation of a lot of duplicates. And if you set targets on link rate, which is the percentage of incidents and calls or tickets that has been closed with a knowledge article attached, you're going to encourage the creation of generic low value articles. And if you set a target on the number of updates, you're going to encourage a lot of busy work. Now, while measuring these activity metrics themselves is not actually something to be recommended in itself, and especially setting targets on it, it can still be useful, and it is actually still useful to measure the trends of these activities over time, for reasons I'll explain in a bit. The second group of metrics is the key outcomes, which includes things like time to resolution, the cost per incident, the number of calls, and customer satisfaction. And of course, these measure the business impact, which you will need to show the value and the return on investment of the self-help program and portal and all that. And finally, the content quality, which you can use to identify problems and improvements in the workflow and your content management. It includes things like the article quality index, which is tied to your content standard, and the link accuracy, which is the percentage of times an article helped successfully solve an issue. So as I said, you need to cover all three of these metric groups in your self-help governance. And measuring the key outcomes is, of course, crucial to showing the bottom line impact, while activity trends and content quality support continuous improvement. Now, if you would like to set up the right self-help governance in your organization, you can book a call on our website where we talk about your specific situation and work out the actions you need to take to get the results you want. Until then, I am Hans Laats of Ambertree, and we look forward to helping you leverage your organization's knowledge to deliver more value more efficiently.